if I just went through all of this right, there is one match left.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes all the sense in the world that I tried to avoid this.
Yeah.
I thought about transitioning to it once or twice, but everything else sounds much, much better than the burial of Top Flight.
Yeah, this was a good match. Damn, this was a good match. It if there wasn't a Death Triangle versus Elite match on here, this actually would have been match of the night for me.
Some of the silliness
ending.
at the end didn't take that much away from it for you.
Yeah. Although that did piss me off because I hate that AEW does that. They're starting to do a better job with building up their young talent, but they still aren't doing it with some of the they're doing it with a couple guys, but most of them they're just like, yeah, we elevated you up a little bit, like at least to the mid card. Like we put you on TV, be happy. Like I feel like that's what's going on here.
I just hope, and I know this doesn't feel like anything that they're going to go down the line to or anything, but it'd be cool in the combat clubs, kind of the perfect people to bring it up. There's a couple of times that Dante did the silliest of things that only hurt his partner. So the big swing on Darius.
Yeah.
He sits there and like plays jump rope, jumping over his brother being swung for a couple of times when you could have just did like a running drop kick or something.
Yeah, that was silly. It was really silly, but it was fun. But it was silly.
It was fun in itself. It made me laugh.
Yeah,
but I just think pairing it with what we saw a little bit later when Claudio was doing the elbows to Darius and Dante slowly walks over, kicks him once, acts surprised that Claudio isn't phased, and then runs to the rope to try to, get some kind of momentum and stuff going. It's like, dude, your brother just took so many more elbows to the head and you were in no rush to do anything to stop it.
I guess that could have been faster in there, but I don't know. It kind of made sense to me though.
I mean, it made sense, but he'd had like a whole 2 beats where he just kind of stared at the camera like, it did not affect him. And that's after he walked over there in the first place, slow as hell. I'm like, you were just watching your brother being mauled with no emphasis on getting there to help.
He was gonna get there.
It's one of the fastest people in the company.
Until he got hit with a lariat.
Yeah, he ended up getting... Yeah, that's after he went for a kick and he went to get the momentum.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I get that we need to make, that we need to keep Claudio looking strong because he's a champion. But you made Top Flight look like 2 little boys in this match. After you've done all this work of building them up the last, couple months or so since Darius has been back. Like, why? We already knew Mox and Claudio were going to win this match. They didn't have to play with their food, too.
Especially after Top Flight just upset them in the Battle Royal.
Yeah. Like, they could have just won the match. But no, they had to play with their food, too, to make it look like Dante and Darius never had any kind of chance whatsoever.
And that's why I was saying, I don't at all believe this would end up becoming a story beat, but The Combat Club would make perfect sense to be able to look at like Dante and be like, sometimes you waste so much time like going to get your head of steam, run doing this dive when all you really needed to do was like a really good kick or something like that.
No, that would be a good story for him too, because you've probably also noticed is that he's been striking and stuff a lot more recently. He's not just flying.
Yeah, especially early on, his matches were just like, look at what I can do.
Right. Yeah. Like he's starting to trying to grab. I think he's trying to grab like more of a different style, knowing that you can't be the most athletic guy forever.
So my brain,
like, you can be for a while, but not forever.
My brain kind of wonders like how much of this is story and how much of it might be just young wrestlers learning how to be better on TV, what comes across better on TV, just kind of learning to build your stories within your match. Like how much of it is just growth of the character and how much is story, or not growth of the character, but growth of the actual performer and how much of it's stories. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how some of it plays out.
Yeah. I still have high hopes for Top Flight. But I think AEW needs to stop booking Claudio and Mox as these unstoppable beasts, or all of the older guys in AEW are always booked to destroy anybody that's not super well established. And I'm like, how is that going to help you build the future of your company when all these old guys are just picking up all the wins on the young guys?
Right moments. They've done it with a few guys kind of elevating. Like it took Hangman, they did a 1 year freaking story to get him to the point where he beat a top guy.
Yeah.
MJF was always going to win that championship. Just was it going to be from Mox or was it going to be CM Punk? And he got some of his moments along the way, like throughout his career, beating guys like Jericho and stuff. Look at that. That's another one. Jericho puts over everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Jericho, we appreciate you. You will take a loss. But Claudio and Mox won't take no losses, apparently.
I think Claudio's
just Mox specifically.
I think Claudio's he's the interesting one, because I think Mox is at the point he can lose and he'll be okay.
Yeah, but he still doesn't.
Claudio, I feel like they're still trying to make him. I think he's so far away from it right now. So it's probably gonna be booked really, 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 really strong. He also is really, 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 really strong.
Yeah, I did see a testament to how big Dante has gotten. He looked like earlier on when he caught Dante, he stumbled back a little bit, whereas usually he's just like, I caught him, got him. And then he like tries lifting him up, and it's a little bit of a struggle for him because Dante is not as little as he used to be. Like, he's kind of a big dude now.
It's also probably he's a lot taller, like lankier than a lot of the people that wrestle his style. So usually when he's trying to catch somebody who's like running at him full speed and diving, it's somebody like Rey Fenix. Now add 2 more feet. Not really, but there's a significant difference there.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten taller.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, Mox and Claudio won.
They obviously won.
Yeah, we never said how, but obviously, whatever.